Excuse me, let me clear my throat. Good morning, everyone. Well, good afternoon now. I hope this video finds you all healthy, safe, and well. I wanted to come on and just talk a little bit about this moment that we're in. I know we are still all very much in engaged in all of the emotions and the communication and just everything of what this moment is right now. And, as we think about the events of the last couple of days, for me, I've seen that this moment is not just this small speck in time. This moment is so much bigger. It is an accumulation of events that have happened over the years. And I'm not just talking about events in my lifetime, in my generation. I'm talking about events for over hundreds of years. We're at a breaking point right now, people, where they say, Houston, you have a problem. Well, America, we have a problem. This moment in time is calling for leaders, most definitely, but it's also calling for empathy and compassion. It's calling for listeners and the worker bees. It's calling for all of us. In a nutshell, this moment is calling for all of us. And the biggest thing is, what is this moment calling from you? What does this moment need from you? I have wrestled with this, and I've only had conversations with just a few people about this, about my visibility around speaking up about this and stepping up, and even my feelings of inadequacy. And you might wonder, well, why, Marjorie? You're a Black woman living in America, right? But there's still some doubt, insecurities about my speaking up, about having a voice around this. And someone even asking me, well, what's been your experience with discrimination and prejudice? And, well, do I have to have a direct experience to care about humanity, to care about my brothers and sisters? Whether or not it was someone of the same ethnicity as me, I would speak up. And I think that my voice has been heard, and I have used my voice in many ways in these types of situations that cross ethnic lines. But for us, I want us to tap into what we're feeling right now. I want us to tap into, because we're feeling like a spectrum of emotions, from sad to angry to frustrated to confused. But there's also this sense of urgency. And I can sense that when I read some of the posts. We're posting out of this sense of urgency. There's this urgency of wanting justice to be done. There's this urgency of wanting, good afternoon, thank you for joining. There's this urgency of wanting those that are not Black to understand. There's this urgency of wanting to see change and systemic change in this country. And so we're trying to push all of these years of issues and problems, and we're trying to squeeze it through in this moment. And what is that going to take? And what is that going to look like? And what we are seeing is that this moment is revealing who people really are. It is showing us who the true, authentic leaders are. It's showing us what people really believe. What are their values at the end of the day? And it shows up a lot in what you're saying and what you're not saying. But the interesting thing about that too is what you say and what you don't say in this moment will determine the future for all of us. All of us. And so that is why I really want you to ask yourself, is this moment in time making you? Is this causing a shift? Is this causing something to click? Is this causing you to stand up, raise up? Are you making the most of this moment? What does that mean for you? How are you using your voice? How are you using your platform? How are you using your experiences? How are you using your privilege? Each one of us, even in the Black community, we all have a level of privilege that we can use. So how are we going to use that to make a difference and make a change? And I think for me, that's a big question. How am I going to take this moment and make the most of it while the eyes are there, while people are listening, while people are paying attention, while people are a little bit more open to all of that, to listening, to seeing, and to even being a part of that change. So I don't really want it to be like an opportunity, but it is. And that's why I said it's going to make a difference for us and how we choose to use this. What we choose to say, what we choose to not say, what we choose to do, what we choose to not do. And the truth is going to be revealed. It's already being revealed. And that is an important part. If you're feeling the sense of urgency, if you're feeling within yourself like, I really have something I want to do about this, not quite sure, but I know I want to be a part of whatever change is coming. I want to make the most of this moment. I want to invite you to a group, and I started this group in 2016, right after the election, called Be the Change. And in there, I want to have a think tank of sorts of people who want to be history makers, world changers, who want to actually be the change they want to see in the world. But most of the time, we don't know how. We don't know how to do it. So if you look for Be the Change group, and I'll actually put a link to that group below the video, and you can join our community, be a part of that discussion so that we can definitely together collectively make the most of this moment and use our voice, use our positions, use our platforms, use our expertise, our skills, whatever it is that we have, use that in a way that we can make a change in this moment. Everybody has a role. Every single one of us. Not everybody has to raise up and have a movement. It's not about that. But it's about taking all of our collective God-given talents and gifts that we have and our skills and using that to make a difference now. To make that difference now. So we could be that change we want to see. So again, I'll put the link down for you guys, and hopefully you'll come over there and join me today and continue and be a part of this conversation. And as always, I want to thank you for joining me, and just go out and change the world, okay? All right, I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.